9th of January 2011. This is the game that we have been waiting for ever since the beginning of the season, to host LeBron James and the new look Miami Heat Big Three of LeBron, D Wade, and also Chris Bosh. But as we enter the middle stages of January, as you can see, there's the All-Star votes, and Brandon Roy seems to me like he might make the All-Star team this season. They might have Chris Bosh, they might have Dwayne Wade, they might have the most anticipated free agency signing in NBA history, LeBron, but we're not afraid of them. So, there's only one thing to do. Let's play. Look at this, LeBron James actually going to do his chalk toss against our fans. And look at that. The fans are actually goating him. Are they goating him because they actually support about what LeBron did? Joining Miami? Right, let's get this game underway. Let's see what we can offer against the Big Three of Miami. Brandon Roy drives inside. He's going to be aggressive already as we get our first basket. But this game's all about literally Wade, Bosh, and LeBron. Wade, that's a tough shot there, pull up, and the game is tied as expected. Brandon Roy, obviously, with the hesitation setup move. And we're just feeling each other out in these first couple of minutes. We're seeing what we like to do. But Marcus Camby gets Big Z on the pump fake. And he literally gets the slam. Literally on the first stages of the game. This is very important, as you can see. Rudy Fernandez passes inside to LaMarcus Aldridge. He gets fouled and one play. And we take a 4-8 lead. LaMarcus Aldridge tries to get that and one, but no good. So Miami back in transition, and they go on a 4-0 run as the game is tied 8-8. Simple pick and roll, the long pick and roll as I like to call. Roy to LaMarcus Aldridge, and once again we retain the lead. Now we don't know how literally Miami are going to play and who exactly they're going to play around as LeBron gets the behind the back off the glass reverse layup. But this is what this game is all about. I think we might have to play Miami one more time, I'm not really sure. LaMarcus Aldridge with the slam on LeBron. That's got the crowd going, as you can see right there. But this is literally a potential NBA Finals matchup. This plays for Nicholas Batum. He pulls up for the three, and that's a swish. And we're back in this game, 19-19, as we enter the final 10 seconds. And we've actually taken a 4-point lead. LeBron, that's a deep three for LeBron James, and literally the Miami Heat are actually keeping pace with us. We want to respond though, as you can see. Rudy Fernandez tries to do something, pull away jump shot, but that literally goes off the rim, and we end that first quarter up by 1. However, this is where we start to get some problems. Big Z, that skyhook, you'd think that Big Z is like prime Magic Johnson with that skyhook, or Kareem, because all he was doing in this quarter was literally posting Greg Oden, LaMarcus Aldridge, Marcus Camby in the post and doing that same skyhook, and it was working. There's Miami's record, 28-10, literally 2 games ahead of Chicago, 25-11, and this is literally one of the teams that we might be facing in the finals. LaMarcus Aldridge against Big Z, he's going to literally bully his way into the inside and get his basket. Literally, I had my matchup as well with Mario Chalmers, and yeah, I was literally bullying Mario Chalmers all game. Did some hesitation through like crossovers, and when I got enough room, I literally pulled up in his face. Speaking of pulling up, Rudy Fernandez gets a simple swish and tries to extend the gap, and we're surprisingly doing well against the Miami Heat. Nicholas Batum goes the long way around through the back door, and now the lead is up to 9 against this team. Rebounds, but they get the lucky bounce right there. Chris Bosh literally gets that lucky bounce. And right now, our game plan is just try to go on the inside. Literally, LaMarcus Aldridge, as you can see, 10 points, 5 for 7 shooting with 5 assists. And our game plan is currently working right now, but literally Chris Bosh is keeping him with pace, as he has 8 and 4 and 6. As we close down to the end of the second quarter, as you can see, Big Z once again with that skyhook, looking like a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar right there. and his move was just unstoppable. As you can see, Chalmers gets the steal, transition defense over to Wade for the two-handed slam. Rudy Fernandez tried to get in there in time, but it was just too late. So now we're going to end the second quarter, and we're surprisingly up by 1. There comes Bosh for the pick and roll. We avoid it, but Wade's quickness, like Wade was way more quicker than what I anticipated, and that was really, really hard to deal with. But we end the quarter.
From the Rose Garden in Portland, Oregon. We're back in a moment.
Glad to have you with us on this fine Sunday for HP at the Hat. Some strong play from these two men on your screen in the first half. We'll see if they can keep it going. And that'll do it as the second half is about to start out at the Rose Garden.
Up by 1 as we begin the second half, and this is where the Miami Heat really started to turn around, and it all started with this dunk from LeBron James, literally driving all the way around the pick and just slamming it with two hands, getting both Brandon Roy and Rudy Fernandez. And as soon as that happened, the momentum of this game changed completely. But we're still in the fight though. Camby gets that contact layup, no foul is called there, surprisingly. And surprisingly for me, I was quite slow in this game. Brandon Roy gets enough room for the jump shot free, and the game is tied at 52, but sloppy passing once again, and LeBron goes all the way with the contact layup and one there, and unfortunately that foul was on me, as LeBron James literally gets that and one play, and now we're down by 3. But we tried to run our traditional offense, simple pick and rolls. LaMarcus Aldridge gets Bosh on the pump fake. He gets blocked. However, though, it's clear that this big 3, that star power of James, Wade, and Bosh, as I get the switch right there. And as you can see, the conference, 25-12 compared to Dallas, 24-12, and LA's 24-13. And it's really tight in the West. So we're literally being separated by 1 game or 2 games as we enter the All-Star break. But yeah, this is where the corner just turns for us in this game. James starts making shots, Wade starts making shots, and just the defense on the interior as LaMarcus Aldridge gets that crowded layup. It was just too much for us. And there was just so many possessions where we didn't know what we could do against their defense, and they went on like a 4 to 5 point run, and we just really couldn't do anything to counteract that. Final 2 seconds left in the third quarter. I try to drive aggressively. I get the move to make, but it's clear that we're behind against this team, and we need to really do some work. And they were just very aware as far as passes and when to intercept and when to steal the ball. And that's what cost us in this game. Just those passes, sloppy turnovers. Mario Chalmers with the jump shot. It rattles and it goes in. And now the lead is now 10. As we enter just over 7 minutes of this game. LeBron tries to drive behind the back layup. You're watching that in real time and you just can't really do anything about that. But Brandon Roy, he tried his best today. He tried to carry us, but it wasn't meant to be today. As Brandon Roy goes all the way for the slam, gets the foul on Big Z, and that's a 3-point play for Brandon Roy. And we tried to fight. We tried to fight as Aldridge and Matthews get subbed out. Brandon Roy's going to convert that and one play, but Miami, after 5 minutes, they just got comfortable with the gap, but they nearly let this lead go. Brandon Roy, he gets a free and he starts getting multiple threes, but we're just too late in transition defense, and that's been our main problem this season. Transition defense. There's another free from Brandon Roy. He gets switched. He's got 27 points, 7 assists, 11 from 17 from the field. But as you can see, you play defense against this team and there's really nothing you can do to contest shots like that. And unfortunately, we go down to the Miami Heat, 97-89, and yeah, they just went on a run in the early stages of the fourth quarter, and we just couldn't do anything to really counter that. There's a scoreline: LeBron 26-4-5, Wade 24-3-3, and Bosh 16-6-3. There's my scoreline: 12-3-7. I wasn't really involved in the game like I should have been, but Brandon Roy 31-2-7-2. It's a tough loss, but we'll be back.
Lots would say the fans for your team can be classified as fair weather fans. Do you feel like they are legitimately behind the team regardless of whether you're winning?
I feel like they're always going to be there for us, and that's what's so great about playing here. They're so supportive of us no matter what's going on, and I think that really affects your motivation in wanting to turn things around when we're slumping. Because you know the fans deserve to see a team go out there and win games, and when that's not happening, you've got to do whatever it takes to turn it around.